here and then work our way.
We know it's been a while, but your reference, what's the
What's the
of a first
purpose
date?
of a first date?
To connect, vibe, to see if the vibe is there, right? See if your energy is good, and to get to know one another on a different level.
Okay.
Outside of maybe just texting or talking on the phone.
Okay.
That's good.
Cool. All right. What about you?
First date.
Just feel each other's energy, see if you get along, see if you vibe. I don't know.
You think that we would actually vibe on a date?
I mean, you have to see if you vibe to stay on the date, right?
Okay.
But they want to get to know you.
Yeah, you could just tell. You just tell them what they want to hear. They'll vibe with you. Okay.
All right. What about you?
I think it depends on if you met and you're already friends, or if you're going on a first date from
date.
being strangers.
First date
as strangers. Yeah.
As strangers. Okay, so to genuinely get a sense on, if you have a connection, if you have common interests, get to know each other officially. Yeah.
Okay. And for you?
First impression and see how they look.
Because they catfishing, bro.
Yes.
For real, for real.
I actually had a terrible first date with my boyfriend and we're still together, so I don't really have an answer for that.
What was the first date?
He picked me up and he had recently broken up with his ex, and the entire we used to live in Kendall, so he took me to like Brickell to like watch the skyline, and the entire drive he was on the phone with his ex and her like just bitching at him.
Whoa.
Like the whole 40 minutes she kept blowing him up. I'm like, dude, just answer. Like, I know how girls are, just pick up the phone. And then she just wouldn't let him go, and she knew he was with me, so she kept bringing me up. And I'm just there like,
You a real
Social
one.
proof.
Wow.
God damn.
Social
Yup.
proof.
Yeah.
What was she bitching at him about in particular?
like kind of how they broke up, and then after that she kind of started like stalking us in a way. Like every time we'd go somewhere she would like show up. She like egged my brother's car, like she went crazy.
That's nuts.
Okay. All right. So, but what is the purpose? I know your first date was terrible, but what was the purpose of the first date? Or what is the purpose of a first date? I'm speaking
mean-
in general here.
My boyfriend already kind of liked me before,
Okay.
so he already went into it to kind of like have me end up liking him for then us to date.
But the
But
question is, what is the purpose of a first date in general?
In general.
Okay, in
yours.
general-
Yeah.
to just see if you fuck with the person, you listen to the same music, vibe.
Vibe.
Okay.
Do you feel the vibe?
All right.
I
What
think
about
it's
you?
really like to see how they look, if you like how they look, if they look like their pictures or if they're better. And
What if they don't look like their pictures? Is it over?
no, it's not over, but it would be like a downer if you're not attracted to them. For me,
Is physical attraction very important for you?
it's not like crazy more important than a lot of other things, but it's at the top of the list.
So it is the most important.
It's not the most important, but it's at the top of the list. So it's
What
up
number
there
place,
with-
if you had to put it?
um
Because top of the list, most people would assume
I
that's
think-
number one.
I
So what
think
are we talking
there are a lot on number one. They're equally as important to
Like
me.
money, lifestyle.
No, just like personality, open-mindedness.
So there's three things tied for number one.
I'm lost here.
Personality,
Okay.
the way they carry themselves, like confidence.
Okay.
Which is kind of part of their personality,
Okay.
and
Looks.
how they look.
So since they're all equal, would it be fair to say that like it's 50% look and confidence / personality?
Well, there are other things that are important to me, but they're just probably not the most important.
Yo,
thing.
you lost me here, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Why
the
are
most
we
important.
calculating? I don't know. I'm just making it complicated.
No, I'm just like trying to figure. Well, I mean, you said something that
I
didn't
don't
really.
have an equation for what I look for.
I have a question. Are looks the only thing that you think that you find like attractive about a person? Is it just looks? Because I find other things very attractive about people.
Yeah, personality can make
Your
them be more
intelligence,
attractive to
your
you.
level of intelligence.
That's why I say that
Yeah.
the looks and personality are up there at the top together.
No, of course, but like you said, to
But if
see
you
how they
know
look,
them,
etc.
Then when you first meet them, the purpose of the first date is to see if their personality and their looks are something that I like.
Okay, so you would still give it a chance if they didn't look like their pictures or whatever, but but you said the top things for you are looks and personality. Those are the top two things. So 50-50. And then after that is everything else.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
asking you.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not putting like a number on it. It's just, they're both equally as important and they're both at the top of the list.
I think that proves what we've always said is that girls don't even know what they're attracted to, bro.
Yeah. Pretty much.
they don't even know what they're attracted to. All right, cool. What about you? What is the purpose of a first date in general?
So if you're at the first date, you probably already have at least some attraction to this person, even if it's only a photograph, or they texted you enough that there's enough personality that to get you to the table. So this, you should be past that already. And you get there and this should be come into it looking at value, asking questions, real questions about values, you know, like if I'm go on a first date, I'm going to be like, is this man about Jesus? Is this man honest? What kind of business does he do? Does he have an honest business and that's moral and upstanding and doing something good for the world? Like, I want to know what kind of a human being he is, a little bit about his past, but morality and
So see the
faith,
values.
faith.
Okay.
I would say you have to make sure that that's aligned. Because if that's not aligned, I don't care how cute he is or funny he is or how smart he is.
Your core.
You can't really
Ultimately,
figure
if
that
your
out on the
values
first date,
don't
though.
match, why can't you?
Because you're just dealing with that person's representative for the first 3 months at a minimum.
That's that's not
people fake
incorrect.
sales
But you
rep.
can,
They
but
fake it.
but they could, yes, they could fake and say, that happened to me. This guy, oh yeah, I'm about God and all that. And I was like, oh great. The guy before that I dated was an alcoholic, and I was like, oh please, oh this guy's sober and he's about God, and he was actually the devil. So, so yes, if they can, but at least you go. The question is, what's the most important thing, and it's
Right.
at least looking for matching core values.
I feel like if that's your purpose for a first date, then you're going to believe everything that they say and you're going to fall for them right away instead of taking your time.
I
get to
think
know
it
them.
depends on your experience in life too. So maybe the way that you would evaluate someone on their first date, the way that I would evaluate someone on their first date, and the way that she would evaluate someone on their first date, it's 3 different.
Yeah, and I
Thanks.
think you're also
Yeah.
presuming that they're going to lie about their faith.
Mhm.
I'm not going to, lead them to that. I'm going to say, what is your faith? Or, you ask questions that don't give them the answer in advance. And
Mhm.
I think you can see
Okay.
as well on a first date people's words, whatever they say. But over time, you can see actions. If they line up, then it makes sense. If it doesn't line up,
Mhm.
then like,
All right.
it's fake.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know
Uh,
pretty quickly.
Okay. Where should a man take a girl on the first date?
Ooh,
We can start here and then work our way.
I like food. Feed me. Me to a restaurant, and then
What type of restaurant in particular?
steakhouse, Italian. It can be casual too. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it has to have. If it's casual, it has to be like something kind of cool. Not going to McDonald's because that's just
A diner, probably.
no. I don't know. You're gonna take me to like your favorite casual Mexican restaurant, but it's super cool and it's a happening place. That's fine.
All right. What about you?
The best date setup is an experience, a place for some like light food or dessert, and then somewhere that's like scenic or has a view and
And
you
a
can
fir-
get a
So
drink.
two
in.
parts.
First date
3 parts.
3 parts.
Yeah.
on the
Okay,
first
so
date
light food
ever.
or dessert, and then the
On
second
all
is
dates.
scenic, and then what's the third one?
An experience, like an activity.
An activity. Okay.
Um,
So a 3-part date. So light food, something scenic, and then an activity.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But maybe you can conquer it all in one place. Doesn't mean you have to go to multiple places.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you do your research, you
Like a
find
hot
place
dog
you
at the
can do it all.
roller rink is cool.
so
Oh, okay.
After
Can you
all-
give us an example of one place that might be able to have all these things? Because I'm asking, where do you think a man should? Where should a man take
Bowling alley.
a guy on a first date? Take a girl on a first date.
Well, like if you go, okay, I haven't done it all in one place, but
Okay.
Bowling alley,
if you
ice
go,
skating,
like,
Please let her
little
answer.
places
amusement
like
parks.
Brickell or Doral, where there are a lot of little places close by, you can kind of get away with it.
So I'll help you here. There's one spot that's all that in Brickell. It's called Putt Shack. There you go. Finish. Capiche.
There's one
Done.
in the Grove, that like took place of like it's like the same style as the Wharf,
Okay.
and
Oh,
you could do all
gotta-
3 of those things there.
Okay. All right. What about you? Where should a guy take a girl on a first date?
Food. I love food. And somewhere that it's not too loud so you could kind of like speak to each other.
Okay. You said you like food. What if they like Wendy's?
I'm down for Wendy's.
Okay, so you're okay. You just care about the food. You don't care what place it is. It could be a fast
yeah,
food. It could be
You could have fun at Wendy's.
okay. All right. What about you?
To eat
Where?
at a restaurant.
What kind of restaurant, ladies? If you're gonna say food, I need a specific as to.
A nice restaurant. I feel like you
Has to
should
be
want
nice?
to impress me.
Okay.
You should set that expectation.
Arby's.
What kind of?
No.
So you said a nice restaurant. What are we talking here? Are we talking a 5-star restaurant? Are we talking, a general restaurant?
Like she said, a steakhouse. Like he should probe and see what you like.
Are we talking Poppy Steak? Are we
Before.
talking there? A regular steakhouse that's like 3-star? Like what are we talking here?
A steakhouse. I would say Poppy Steak.
Okay, so like a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
On a first date?
Yes.
All right.
Who paid for those boobs?
My baby daddy.
God damn, nigga.
All right. What about you? Where should a guy take a girl on a first date?
As a strangers, right? They don't know each
Yeah,
other.
first date.
beforehand. I believe I agree with what she said. Like, of course, getting something small to eat. I prefer dates if it's my first time meeting like someone I'm not familiar with.
That's small to eat.
Yes, but
Okay,
also
okay. Location.
depends on the activities after. I personally don't eat fast food. I would feel sick. I don't think he wants me complaining about my stomach on a date, so fast food is out of the question. I like something small if we're going to do an activity afterward. I'm not trying to be too stuffed, too ready to go to sleep. The itis. Something small, light, eat, talk, get to know each other, but also a nice activity. Whether it's a museum, amusement park, one of the best first dates I've ever been on. We went to a furniture store and had a blast. Stayed there till they closed. You can be creative. The creativity goes a long way. It was so fun. We went to Starbucks first. We went, yes, or something like it was IKEA or home or a big home. Home Depot store.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, it was like one of the furniture stores that were like 3 floors, and it was really fun. Like we played games, we sat and watched a movie, we sat and talked, got to know each other. It was hilarious and creative
Was he
and
like
playful.
was he like trying to buy furniture?
No. That was the date. He said, I bet I can take you somewhere on a date you've never been before. And I said, bet. So first we went to Starbucks, got something light, chat, and got the vibes of each other, connected. And then he was like, are you ready? And I'm like, okay. And yeah, we pulled up to a furniture store and we had a blast. I've never had so much more fun.
All right.
It was so fun.
Were you very attracted to this individual?
Yes, he was handsome.
Okay. What about you? Where should a guy take a girl on a first date?
Depends how much you want to impress her. If you want to impress me, I want to do something besides eating. I can feed myself.
Okay. So what's it got to be?
Maybe we could go, car racing or like something like Dave and Buster's, or we could go skydiving if you really want to get crazy. We could do something like life changing where it makes it stand out and makes you want to stay with that person. 'Cause
So
if you
it's
just
got to
take me
be.
to
It
eat,
looks to me like it's got to be an activity.
an activity, probably, yeah.
You said car racing, Dave and Buster's, skydiving. So does it matter how much it costs, or it just matters the experience?
I think the experience, because sometimes you can have a terrible experience at a 5-star restaurant at that.
Okay.
you know.
What about you? Where do you think a guy should take a girl for a first
I'm
date?
okay with anything from a coffee house in the day. I like day dates too. You don't have to spend so much time with someone.
Okay.
Happy hour,
Okay.
dinner.
When you say dinner, what do we? Because dinner's so.
I know
variable.
it's very broad. I'm vegan, so I'm going to tell that person that I'm vegan. So if we can go to a place that has some cool vegan options besides just a salad, then I would appreciate.
So it'd be fair to say that caliber of restaurant doesn't matter to you, more so that the cuisine aligns with your
The
eating
options.
habits.
That's right.
Okay. Because I can't even think of a 5-star vegan spot. I could think of like casual
5-star.
vegan spots, but
Yeah, but
not,
I think
not like a 5-star restaurant that's this is vegan and we got, you know what I mean?
Vegan.
I only know one here in Miami.
What?
Yard House.
What?
Yard House.
Yard House?
Mm.
That's a 5-star restaurant?
No, not 5-star, but like
That's what I'm
four-
saying.
four-
Like I'm talking about like a Komodo
3.
for just vegans. I can't
Okay.
think of one.
Yeah.
Planta.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
plant is okay.
Fanta.
Are they a vegan restaurant?
It's vegan.
I think so.
It is.
Where's that at?
It's in South Beach.
And there's one in the Grove, I think.
There's
That's a
one in
5-star?
Fort Lauderdale.
That's like
Planta's 5-star?
It's not 5-star.
I've never been. I just
Yeah.
have a vegan friend and they want to
Planta.
take
it's
me.
not-
Planta's
it's
5-star.
Michelin 5-star?
I don't know.
Michelin?
I'm not. I have
Okay.
to-
Not a lot of
Okay.
doubt it.
But most vegan restaurants are going to be like mid tier. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be like super fancy
Very
sit down spots.
Casual setting for the
Yeah.
first date, I think, is good for conversation.
Okay.
But for vegans, I will say though, Yard House has a lot of options for vegans.
Yes, they do.
Buffalo wings that are vegan, other stuff. So it's really good.
They have a good
Okay.
bowl too, good like protein bowl. It's really yummy.
Gotta know where to go.
Right.
hmm
So now I'm going to ask. So, ladies, have you or anyone you known used a first date as to get an experience rather than getting to know the individual? Again, I'll say it again. Have you or anyone you known used the first date as an excuse to get an experience rather than meeting the guy? Examples include going out with a guy that you don't like because he's going to take you to a very nice restaurant.
Poppy steak.
Maybe going out with a guy
No
because
comment.
he's taking you to a really cool club or a cool section or something like that. Getting an experience, you're valuing the experience over the guy.
No,
Start here.
no, never.
Never.
No.
Remember, it's not just you.
You don't know anybody?
Anyone that's done it.
Everyone I know has been married for a very long time, and the ones that are dating now, making their comeback tour. I don't know.
Okay. So you've never done you've been with your guy since you were 15, right? Or something like that?
No,
Or
19, but
19. Okay.
But I've dated a plethora of men, and some guys that are kind of high profile, and
Plethora.
no, not a plethora, but a variety of men
JFK.
that
I think it's a JFK. John F. Kennedy. What the fuck?
I mean,
Chris, bad. All right. So, yeah, we know who killed him. Sorry.
but no.
Okay. Those guys that you went out with, did you go out with them because you actually wanted to try to connect with them, or
Yeah.
did they offer like a really cool? Okay.
No, I wanted to connect with them. I don't care
Okay.
what they have to offer in that moment. I just want to connect with them to see if I want to spend any more time with them.
Okay. What made you say like, nah, I'm good, or what made you disinterested?
Um,
Because some of them seem like they were very successful.
really cool guys, and I will say quite a few of them were really good friends. I will say I think one of maybe the worst dates I've been on. I met the guy out. We were eating, and he started telling me how he had like anger issues towards women, and I was like, "Oh no!" And inside, I started panicking. I was like, "Why are you on a date? Why would you be on a dating app, sir?"
Man,
And I excused myself to the
handle that red pill
bathroom.
rage.
Talk
before-
about losing value on a date. Holy crap, bro.
I excused myself to the restroom and took an Uber home.
Smart.
Mhm.
Saved
Hey.
yourself.
Oh,
Shout out
I
to
did.
Zodiac Killer.
From a walk.
I know
100%.
women deserve less, but goddamn, bro, don't say it on a date, niggas. Goddamn. All right. What about you? Have you, have you or anyone you known used the first date to get experiences instead of getting to know the guy?
No, because
Bruh.
all the girls can get their own experiences. We're women.
Come
We
on.
can do. We can
Come
do
on.
You
anything
don't know
we
one
want.
girl.
Not me personally. I mean,
No, not you.
If they must be broke.
Your
like,
friends.
No, my friends are all like lit.
So you've
Stop the
never been
cap.
on a date with a guy that you didn't like.
I don't
To get
date
an
guys I don't like.
experience.
There's so many men out here. Why would I give a guy a chance? For what? Like,
You
for you
wanna
to take me
get
to
the chance.
to not
Something I would
have
say.
fun? Like,
So you're that sure that you've never been out with a guy that
usually
you didn't like.
if I talk to somebody, I like them. I just won't talk to you if I don't like you. Just straight up. Why?
Never been on a date with a guy just to get a free dinner. Or,
I don't need
Free
that. Why
experience.
would I need a free
Clearly, you
experience?
have.
She's feisty.
I mean, if I could find a girl that would do that for me, sure. But I mean, girls don't typically take guys to 5-star restaurants. So if a girl wants to take me out on a 5-star restaurant, you know what I mean? That's not hot. Cool, let's do. No, I'm just kidding. I want to go out with her. But
My point exactly. You wouldn't go out with her. Like, why would I go out with?
yeah,
an
but
ugly
men
guy
and women
just
aren't
for-
the same.
Totally different.
No, but
We're gonna go smash. That's the whole point of a date for us.
Yeah,
You're not gonna go smash off rip unless you like the guy.
yeah.
I also feel like girls could have more fun just doing like going on girls' nights.
we do.
Like
Yeah, if you're that boy.
sometimes we have more fun just hanging out by ourselves.
But
Hmm.
having one-on-one attention with opposite sex is way better sometimes too.
Not
No,
necessarily.
that's if you like it.
It can
Not
be.
yeah, if you don't.
Yeah, if you totally like the guy and you value your time with
But
him.
like to spend hours with someone that you don't like,
well, no.
just
No,
So
not
they're
ours.
talking
It
about
could be-
someone
like-
they don't
It could be a
like.
party.
yeah,
it could
but
be
to
food.
sit at a dinner with someone and be there for like 2-3 hours and you don't even like the person.
If that wasn't true, there'd be no sugar daddies and sugar babies. It happens all the time.
But that's different.
It does happen all the time, but
Yeah.
there's no freaking way I'm leaving the house to spend time with somebody I don't want to hang with.
Well, you
A
have morals.
friend
That
or
part.
You have
or a guy.
morals. Some girls don't.
Mm.
All right. Okay.
I mean, if they want to come and drop a
I
bag,
don't believe you, but that's
See? Don't
you,
drop a bag.
you know
But
what?
that's not a date. That's different. That's not a date.
Bag of what?
Bag of money.
Money.
That is a date. By definition, it's a date because you guys said a time and place, which means a date.
Let's go
No,
shopping.
a date is more
Let's go.
special. A date is more special. Like, that's different. That's tricking. Like,
Okay, so you've been out with
That.
tricks.
no, not me. My friends have. You said friends. I'm chilling. I have boyfriends.
No, you don't.
You said you're sick.
We're complicated right now, but for 5 years, I was
Look,
single.
look. You know what? I don't believe you at all. Are you? You're telling me the truth here?
I mean, I'm being honest.
Are you want to take a lie detector test?
Let's do it.
Oh!
All right, man. All right, so you know what to do.
Bring up
She's
the
gonna,
pain.
yeah, she's gonna. So take a seat over here. They're gonna set you up real quick, and then we'll come back
For
to you
real?
because I think you're lying
Let's
all over the
do
place.
Is there really one?
And then we'll bring you back on the
There's
panel.
really a lie detector.
Yeah, we ain't
Yes,
messing
there
around.
is.
So take a seat right there, and we'll get you set up.
Holy.
All right. And I'll continue on with this. Okay.
Oh my
So,
god.
what about you? Have you or anyone you know used the first date to get experience instead of getting to know the guy?
So, no, however, the experience turned into me only staying for like the activities that we were doing after I deemed that we weren't connecting. I was just like, I'm not interested, but we were already there. But I initially started to get to know the guy I was interested. And then we got there and I was like, I can't do this. But then we were having so much fun. There was like some little theme park and I was like, I'll stay.
Did he turn you off?
Multiple ways, yes. Multiple
so?
ways.
Wow.
For one, I don't want to be petty, but like his hygiene, he just smelled
Oh,
musty.
that's not petty.
And he was also wearing gym clothes, and I like to look nice, especially on the first date. I like to give a good impression.
good
So if
shape?
I just average, just normal, it's
Okay.
fine. But like it's just a lot of things like that that matter. Like if I'm getting all nice, dolled up for you, you ask me to come to this nice place for us to have fun. Like where's? Yeah, I didn't like it. His
Please
breath
shower.
stink. I don't
And
know.
his
Maybe he
deodorant.
just left the gym. It was just like, all right, let me go see this
I would say
girl.
hygiene is girls' #1 issue with guys is hygiene.
Yeah, it's actually something that a lot of guys fuck up on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, so outside of that one time, you've never been out with a guy that you didn't like,
I don't have to.
or
no.
or what about girls that you know?
I do know a few girls that will go to eat, but I don't think it's with someone they can't stand. I think it would be with someone they just don't care about.
Where
they'll
do
be
they
like,
go when they do go then?
I don't have the details. Just regular restaurants, I believe.
Regular restaurants?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing super fancy.
All right. Damn. Then they're fucking up. The whole purpose is to get the best experience out of it if you don't
Yeah.
like the guy.
Some girls just get a meal. They just want to eat.
Okay. What about you? Have you or anyone you know used the first date to get experience instead of getting to know the guy?
No. And first of all, I'm surrounded by like-minded people. So why would we spend time doing our hair, doing our makeup, investing all that time into ourselves to go hang out with somebody that we don't like or aren't attracted by?
Because they might have money.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you said you guys have a similar mindset. I would argue that those are the girls that definitely want dudes that have money.
So typically, you know what happens? They'll get ready, go to dinner with some guy, say, "Oh, I have work in the morning," leave, and go to the club with somebody else.
Oh, so they
I
use
did
it as like a
ditch.
pregame
I did
or
ditch and then go
something?
out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no,
No.
I have done that too.
happens all the time.
I went to a gay bar though.
Happens all the time.
but didn't leave the house going out thinking I don't like this guy. I'm just going for a
Yeah,
free
right,
meal.
like, it
Got
just
there
happens.
and I
So
was like, I remember the reason I was on this date and this guy and he was chewing with his mouth open and I was like, I can't. I gotta get out of here. He's chewing with his mouth open. So I said, I don't feel good. Take me home. And I went in the house and I went to the front window and I saw him drive away, waved and I was like, bye. And then I went out the
right
front
back
door and
out.
back in my car and met my friends. But chew with your mouth open.
Is my mic on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on now.
All right. So you said never, and you don't know anyone that's ever done it.
No.
Stop the cap.
Might need to put her on a lie detector too. Okay. What about you? Do you know? Have you or anyone you know used the first date to get experience instead of getting to know the man?
I haven't, but I could be honest, maybe a friend of mine probably would have done that. I've gone through an array of girlfriends for the past 2 years, especially going out in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You meet a lot of girls and I can't say no for them.
What's the one that you know for sure? And can you give us what they did? The example.
I had a friend that would hang out with, not necessarily go out with a guy, but she would only hang out with that group of friends because they had money. So she knew she was going to get the drinks for free, get into the club, go on free trips, be on yachts.
Opportunist.
Okay.
Horrible.
Do you think a lot of girls do that?
In Miami, yes.
What, other major cities?
I can't speak for other major cities. I don't live in those cities.
You never been? Okay. What about you? Have you or anyone you know used the first date to get experiences instead of getting to know the guy?
I can't remember like an exact situation, but I think that probably when I got divorced the first time, I was dating a lot, and there were probably people that I went out with that I didn't like or didn't know if I would like them, but they were inviting me to something that seemed
Can you give me
cool.
an example of one?
I can't remember specific examples. Like,
God damn.
now that I'm married and it's like everything from the past is like washed away.
Not really, but okay.
No, it really is. It's like a past life.
All right.
Okay.
Man, I wish I could go to the bank and do that if I get your credit score. Man, it's all washed away,
I'm
man.
a new person now.
Give me that loan, man. Come on, man.
It's called growth, you know?
That's what I would tell them. It's growth.
When you
Give
grow,
me the
you
loan,
shed
man.
layers. You don't.
Give me the loan.
I'm
You don't
sure
live there anymore.
the Instagram tells all the stories as
All right.
well from the past.
All right. What about you? Have you ever been on a date or know anyone that's been on a date to get an experience rather than get to know the guy?
No, I kind of jumped in a little earlier. No, and I can't think